Okay, good. So what we're going to do today is we're going to continue on with some open guard stuff, specifically working around De La Riva. So we're going to look for a collar and sleeve grip here to start with. So we put ourselves into an open guard. We were working on spider guard a little bit the other day. So in this central position, we're just going to change from one of the sleeve grips to a collar grip. So we're able to keep the posture controlled. We're going to go for a pocket grip on the sleeve, so just turning the end of the sleeve over, 4 fingers inside. And the first thing I want you to work on is number 1, how to get into the De La Riva, or basic way. And then number 2, when my partner does something commonly, which is stuff the foot underneath, how we can retain that De La Riva. So we're going to pull on both arms, lift the hips, pull the hips slightly to the outside, swing the leg so it rotates our head. So we go to this 45-degree angle, and we're going to take this outside leg and we're going to hook it underneath our partner's leg like this. So one of the most common things that you're going to get, this is what we're going to do the first sweep off in a second, is my partner's going to grab hold of my leg and he's going to stuff it underneath his butt like this, and he's going to sit down. This leads into a bunch of different guard passes for him, and actually, for Richard, this is a really great position. So because this is common, I want to just quickly go over on how we might try to retain the De La Riva from this position. So keeping the grip on the collar, I'm going to lift by kicking him in the arse, and then I'm going to pull my partner off to the side. As I pull my partner off to the side, I'm going to whip the leg back round, and I'm going to come back, put myself back into my De La Riva. So my partner's going to again grab hold of the foot, he's going to step over and he's going to sit down. Kick him in the butt, and we're going to collar. Drag our partner off, circle through, put ourselves back with a connection. So De La Riva in, foot back to the hip. One more time, he's stuffed, we're going to kick, collar drag off, swing, and back into the position. All right, so starting right from the beginning again, if we're just in this basic collar sleeve position, hips out, circle through, De La Riva goes in. Richard's going to take this free leg, stuff it, place it down. We're going to kick and drag our partner off to the side, swing, and refine the position again. All right, so all it basically is just a basic entry into the De La Riva, and then one of the most common ways that he's going to deal with that De La Riva, how we retain the guard after. Okay, so let's do it. 1, 2, 3. So the first thing that we're going to do is going to come off of them trying to grip my leg. So I put myself into my De La Riva, my partner tries to grip the leg, maybe he's looking to stuff the foot. So I'm going to pull my leg in, grab hold of the sleeve, kick the grip off, go back to the leg, kick my partner back, but as I kick my partner back, I'm going to sit myself up. Really important that my foot stays on that far leg. As soon as that comes off, he resets his balance, and I'm really in a rubbish position. So we keep that stretched out. We're going to take the hand, pass it underneath the leg, grab hold of the collar, and now look, basically he doesn't have anywhere to put his hand down. This one might come down, but it's just going to be over base. So we're going to kick on his leg, pull on the collar, fall down to the side. There's lots of different ways we can do it with this, but I like to switch the hips, find the underhook, and then drive through with lots of pressure into the side control. So again, we've got the collar and sleeve into the De La Riva. He tries to attack that leg. So we're going to come in, find the grip, strip and break the grip off. As we kick, we sit up and we hug this near side leg. Pass the grip off, reach up to the collar, keep the pressure on the far leg, pull down on the collar and start to fall down to the shoulder. Just be a little bit careful because he really hasn't got anything to base on that shoulder, so we don't want him to come down and hurt himself. Come up, switch the hips, and through into the pass. So one more time. Grip, grip, out, get the grip, break it off, push back, sit up, pass it off. So make sure you continue to pull this arm out. That will help to really twist your partner's body. Get him to drop down. Switch up. However you want to pass at the end. All right. So, dump sweep Off of them gripping the pants, us control, pass underneath the leg, dump them down. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to stretch out like we talked about at the start. Like this is what we're kind of basing it off of. We're going to kick our partner back and we're going to set ourselves up. So I'm still going to keep the foot like contacted to his leg, because as soon as I let go of that, he's able to recenter himself. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to, you come up there for me, Richard. I'm going to try to find the gi or the belt. The gi is probably going to be better, because if I grab the belt and it undoes, then I've lost the control. But we're going to find the gi, pass it, and we're going to pull it as tight as we can into our partner's leg. Now what I really like about this is one, we can do what we're going to do, which is come up on a single leg. But two, if my partner now is able to get rid of this leg, and then he goes into like a knee cut position here, because I've got this deep like underhook, I can bump my partner forwards and I'm able to come up onto a single leg here as well, just as off of this same grip that we've got. So it's a really nice way to kind of have a get out of jail free card. If what we wanted doesn't work and it goes wrong, then we always have that to fall back on. So we're going to pull in, pull this as tight as we can. Yes, just come up so they can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to base my hand, the hand that was on the collar is going to place behind. I'm going to take my foot off and I'm going to switch my legs in. So from the leg, I'm going to rotate round to my hip and I'm going to hook my partner's ankle up. Base off the hand and I'm going to drive my head in and I'm going to use that technical stand-up movement to come up onto this single leg position. Just pull the leg up a little higher, pinch it in nice and tight. So we could bail on this now if we wanted and just go to like a more regular like control. But as we've got this, like that's super tight anyway, right? We might as well hold that. Now we've got a bunch of different takedowns, but let's just kind of go for one that's like super simple off this. We're going to grab the collar, stay nice and tight. We're going to rotate towards his back, and then when I'm ready, just going to drop my partner down. Keep the collar grip, then your choice of passes. We can either go into a knee cut, X pass, whatever your preferred options are. But did you notice where I've actually ended up is the same position that we worked on at the start, where our partner was like kicking us in the butt. This is that headquarters position, which is amazing for guard passes. So, again here, move round into the DLR Riva. I stretch my partner out, sit myself up. This foot can come off, but this one has to stay. Find the gi, pass it under, get that as tight as you possibly can. Once we've got that tight, we're going to rotate round in. So we don't want to be like too high up on the leg, just right down on the Achilles. Base off the hand, drive my head in so it makes his leg light, pick his leg up. Pull it in nice and high, grab the collar, spin, 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 drop down, and then whichever guard pass you want to add on to the end. Okay? So let's go off of that DLR Riva, like split my partner with their legs, come up, and let's hit that single leg. 1, 2, 3. So this next one is actually called like a split sweep. So from the same position, I'm going to push my partner out as far as I possibly can. The good thing about this one is that there's not a lot of setting up that we need to do. For the first two, like we've got to switch grips, change things over. For this one, the collar grip is going to be absolutely fine. So I'm going to push my partner out as far as I can with my legs. So I'm going to push out, I'm going to sit myself up. So initially, again, I keep my foot on his leg so we can't just step himself back in. This time though, remember on the last one, we switched the legs. This one we're not going to switch the legs. I'm just going to take my hand, base it onto the floor. Then when I'm ready to go, I'm going to place this foot down by the Achilles, and then I'm going to do that technical stand up and take his leg out. We end up straight into our knee cut position, get the underhook, serve through, nice and heavy. So essentially it's exactly the same thing. For the first one, we just stood up with the right leg. This one, standing up with the left leg, but taking the sweep. If his balance was right, so if he's balanced as he is now, like I'm probably not going to be able to hit because there's just too much weight on the leg. But because I stretch him out so far and he's already compromised for his balance, it's relatively easy just to take that leg out. So from the start, here, through into the De La Riva, kick my partner back as far as possible, sit myself up. We're going to keep the collar, left hand's going to base, right foot's going to base, and then this left foot's going to kick out. Don't leave it as it is with the knee pointing up towards the ceiling. We want to drop the hip. So we're like taking that leg out. So we kick into the knee cut, underhook, so through and into side control. All right, so last one, split sweep from De La Riva. 1, 2, 3, let's do it.